Okay, welcome back to the 40-Year-Old Dunk Journey. This is week 6. I just changed up programs, so I'm going to a high-low split method, it's called. I really like this for my athletes. It differentiates between high central nervous system stress and low central nervous system stress workouts. I do the high days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So today we can see me doing a high day. This is where you do heavier lifting, faster movements, sprinting, weightlifting, heavy squats. All of those should be in these days. They're all full body workouts. On Mondays, I start with my standing vertical jumps, which I find are easy on my body, and then I get into my power cleans. I'm doing 5 sets of between 2 and 3 reps. Power cleaning for me is probably my favorite exercise, and the exercise I directly correlate with vertical jumping. I know if I can power clean 315, I can probably dunk again. So here I'm pushing it a little bit. I felt good last Monday, so I'm getting up to 245 for singles. Again, this is heavy for me. This is the heaviest I've done in 10 years probably. And pretty happy with how this workout went. There's Mia clapping, that's fun. So after my power cleans, I get into chain squats. I really like the chains for me personally. They deload my lower back at the bottom of the squat. I have to be a bit careful with my lower back since my lower back injuries. Chains are called accommodating resistance, and all that means is as we get through the concentric movement, so as you get higher into your squat, the weight will increase. And the whole point of these is to deload the bottom portion and to load the top portion. You want about 2/3 of the chain off of the ground at the top of the squat and 1/3 off of the ground at the bottom of the squat. So here I'm up to 205 pounds. The chains are about 12 pounds each, so maybe it's about an extra 50 or 60 pounds at the top of your squat. So I probably get up to 225, so that'll be about 275, 295 at the top of the squat. With this, I'm trying to keep it fast still though, so I'm trying to keep that above that 0.5 meter a second threshold. And then on every Monday, Wednesday, Friday workout, I also do a heavy upper body lift. Today I'm doing chin-ups, so I'll alternate between chin-ups, bench press, and pendlay rows. With chin-ups, I like to alternate the grip every few weeks. So here I'm doing supinated chin-ups in the squat rack. I think a personal goal for me would be to chin up maybe 3 reps with an added 100 pounds on my body weight. I'm 200 pounds, so adding 100 pounds is pretty significant for me. So I'd be pretty happy with that. Then we move on to Tuesday, which is a low CNS day. Low CNS, again, we're just looking for low central nervous system fatigue. So box jumps are a perfect tool for that. It limits our eccentric load or our landing load. What we're trying to do is just land softly on the box. We're still getting the jumping volume without the landing volume. And the landing volume is what will really grind down your joints and your low back. Also on these days, I'm going to do a lot of ankle health. So again, these are high reps, 20, 40 reps each side, multiple sets. I'm not really looking to get too fatigued here. I'm looking to build up that resiliency in my ankles. And of course, I'll always do my hip health. So this is a standing hip flexion. I'm deloading my low back here, working my hip flexors. All of these muscles play a big part in jumping. You have to keep your hips healthy if you want to lift heavy. This is a walking adductor exercise. I'm trying to find ways to load my adductor, and I find this is the best way to do it. And then I usually do some arms, so just triceps and biceps, high rep, 15 to 20 reps. There's Abby showing me something on her phone. And then again, I'll just do some empty bar work, 20, 30 reps, whatever feels good. And I put my leg isos here. I usually do them every day, either before or post workout, 2 sets, 30 seconds. Wednesday, we move on to another high CNS day. Again, these are sled bound, so I'm trying to make quick ground contact time and try to travel as far horizontally as I can. I get into some standing vertical jump. Again, this is easy on my body, I feel like, without the run up. If I'm hitting 10-1, 10-2, I'm pretty happy. And then any sort of med ball throw, sometimes I'll throw them forward, sometimes I'll throw them backwards. Doesn't really matter to me, but it mimics that jumping movement perfectly, gets my nervous system ready for the workout, and then I'm ready to go. Deadlifts have always been a problem for me with my low back. Probably my least favorite exercise. I understand why they're important, but I just can't stand them. So usually things you don't want to do, you have to improve upon. So I put them in my new program, and we'll see how heavy I can get. Even at 275, I remember thinking, holy shit, this is heavy and this is going to be a problem today. On my high CNS days, I also superset all of my big bilateral lower lifts. with some form of max jumping. So today I'm doing seated broad jumps to box. We get up to about 9 feet here. Personal goal for me, if I could get to 10 feet, I'd be pretty happy. That is a pretty far distance for me. And again, I'm just looking for ways that I can jump with maximal intent and still keep it interesting. I can't just max jump vertically all the time. It'd be a bit boring for me. So this keeps it fresh and keeps it fun. This is 295 deadlift. And again, this, I know maybe I bench press almost as much as I deadlift and whatever, people can say whatever they want about that, but I don't want to push deadlifts too much, and it's always been a problem for me. So my big upper body lift on Wednesdays is now bench press. Same sets and reps, 5 sets of 3. If I feel good, I add a little bit of weight and go for a heavy double or single. It's nice when I have the kids there to help me spot, because I don't want to get pinned under the bar. 245 for 3 is pretty easy. This is 255 for 3, I think. And this is difficult. I don't know when the last time I've done this, but I got it. And you got to perform for the kids, I guess. That's funny. And then I go to 265. I was just going to do a single, I think, but it felt good. So I tried to do a double and grind it out. Good. And again, that's heavy for me. I could not do 3 of that. Thursdays, another low CNS day. So these are alternating high-low pogo jumps. What we're looking for is as your arms swing back, you're taking a low pogo. As they swing forward, you're taking a high pogo. Superset that with single leg box jumps. So same idea as the box jumps from Tuesday. We're trying to land soft, trying to minimize that eccentric landing load. Just get a lot of concentric volume with your jumping without the landing load. And then my accessory stuff, we'll do a lot of shoulder health, a lot of low back health. All of these things again, 20, 30 reps. I'm just trying to get as much blood flow into these areas that have been problems for me in the past. Look at the kids. And so just trying to keep my joints healthy, because I know if I don't do all this prehabilitation work, then my joints will just get ground into dust and I'll have to stop as I get through these workouts. So last high CNS workout of the week, I do sprint starts. So I'm just looking for that first 3 to 5 steps, just trying to accelerate. Not only do I like this from a general athleticism standpoint, but it just helps prime my nervous system for the workout. Oh, just hit myself in the face with that band. That's embarrassing. Again, same thing here. I'm just trying to get warmed up. I love the feeling of those. Once I'm done them, I feel like I'm ready to lift. Barbell cannon movement jumps. So we're going to load these moderately. We're looking for max power. So we're tracking power with the GymAware here. If I get above 4,000, that would be back to kind of where I was 10 years ago. I'm trying to get close to that. I'll slowly ramp up in weight. Usually I stay between 45 and 95 pounds. I'm looking for that 4,000 watt threshold. So obviously I'm not there yet, but I'm getting closer. I'm setting PBs every week. Usually as you add weight, the power output will drop. So we want to find that perfect range. Usually it's about 30 to 50% of your 1 rep max for that exercise is where you'll hit peak power. Big lower body bilateral strength day for my legs is front squats. Here, no chains. Much more comfortable with my low back, and a front squat. It keeps your back upright and more neutral than a back squat. So I can push it a little bit, and then I just do 1-step approach box jumps. Same thing. No eccentric load when you're landing, so it's perfect for me. I used to be able to front squat a lot of weight when I was younger. Now, once I get above 225, it gets pretty heavy for me. So we'll see. I keep it at 5 sets of 3. And we're just going to push this. And again, usually above 0.5 meters a second, you're going to be pretty safe. So I always take a look after my sets. What was my average set? If I'm above 0.5 meters a second, then I'll add weight. I remember this day, I was pretty tired. But 245 felt good. And I decided to get a bit aggressive, go to 275. And that may or may not have been the best idea. But hey, you got to push it a little bit in the gym. So I get 1 rep of 275. And I remember thinking, oh, this is not going to be good. So I'll go for a double and not a chance. So I just bail. Good thing about front squats, easy to bail out of it, but I remember being pretty pissed. And obviously you gotta finish the superset even if you fail. And then we got Pendlay rows. So Pendlay rows is almost like a concentric version of just a row. So it's concentric dominant. So we're ripping it, pulling it to your belly button or your abdomen, and then just dropping it back down. This was a big staple for me when I was competing in weightlifting. I love these, not just for me, but for my athletes as well. Feels good to row some heavy weight. And yeah, but again, I was tired this day and I'm just trying to grind through it. I remember thinking at this point, I just want to stop this workout, but the good thing about filming is that I can't. And this was today. This was my jump testing day. So I'm going to do this once a week. This is my Sunday. Saturday was off. I just start with my standing vertical. Again, I was getting 10-1 at the start of this, so that's 10-2. Oh, swing and a miss, 10-2. But I think I'll get 10-3 right here. So 10-3 is pretty good. So if I can hit 10-3 and then 10-4 in a few weeks just standing, I'll be happy. Usually my running vert's going to be about 2 to 4 inches better than my standing. So I know it's a good predictor of how I will jump on that day. We get into my max jump attempts. And I think that was, there's 10-5 right there. I go for 10-6. Got it. Good. So 10-6 again would be match the highest that I've done in the last 10 years. I haven't hit 10-7 in probably a decade. I'm feeling good today, so I went for a few more attempts at it. Got about as close as I think I possibly can. Just missed it. But again, I'm ahead of schedule, so if I can hit 10-7 in the next few weeks, I'll be pretty pumped. Just need to lose a little bit of weight because I'm pretty chunky. But thanks for watching. I'm ahead of schedule here. Again, I want to hit 10-8 by the summer. We'll see. Hopefully I can lose a little bit of weight. And wish me the best. Thanks for watching.